Hey guys, welcome back to War Thunder and welcome aboard the G.55 Series 1. This is a rank 3 Italian airplane with a Italian fighter, with a battle rating of 4.7. We're taking it out today on Malta in air realistic battles. Now, if you've seen my video on the G.55, you know that I really like the Italian aircraft in this game. I think they are the perfect balance of maneuverability, firepower, and I was about to say survivability, but that is not the case. You die so much in them. They're not as bad as Japanese aircraft, but they are definitely no P-47. Anyway, as I said, we're on Malta. We're just putting some of the orange smoke on, copycatting the other members of our team, and we are going to climb. Now, since this is a prop, we don't exactly have an immense climb rate, so we are going to cut off this video here and magically appear at 4,000 meters, roughly. Just kidding, it's not magic, it's the power of editing. But anyway, I digress. We can see that there are a number of opponents at our altitude, slightly below us, and even above us, which is very unfortunate. Although it's an XP50, so, things, I guess. I don't know. I don't like that plane. But we're not going to bother with that. We're going to go ahead and just dive down on this furball of, I think, 3 enemies, maybe 4? No, it's just 3 right now. But it's I think it's a 3v3 at this very moment. We're going to try to make it a 4v3. Always take the unfair fights if you can. That's generally a good option. First victim is an A6M5, but he's doing some turning things as zeros do, so we're only able to get a crit on him. None of those shells come close, unfortunately. But he's gonna look like he's latching onto our tail, but we've got so much energy we're just gonna be able to put it into a vertical and discourage him. Rolling back over, you can see how well we kind of retain that energy. It's not the greatest, but it's good enough to latch onto this A6M5's tail. Quick burst, and boom, pilot snipe. And this P-51D right in front of me, P-51D-20. Yeah. That's what 320mm MG151s will do. Yeah, that was not pretty. But, this is kind of a lull in the match where I head over to assist the, what is that, Mosquito, I think, with the XP50 problem, but, he's got some, wait, no, was it a Mozzie? Was it a Mozzie or a Typhoon? Neither, it's a P-47. I know my airplanes, I swear. But anyway, we're going to head over there, and this really highlights one of the issues that I have with most Italian props, is the speed. They are slow. I mean, we're going 400 kph. If I were in a Yak 9, Yak 3, P-51, P-47, I'd probably be going 450, 475 kph. These things barely manage to break 400. The only reason I'm going 430, 450 is because I'm wepping and I'm in a dive. But yeah, they are slow. And it doesn't get any better the higher you climb. P-51s, P-47s, all of those guys will outrun you. Full stop. Don't even try. You will just burn your engine out. Which brings me to another, I guess, not necessarily problem, but quirk of Italian aircraft. Their engines overheat really quickly. And they are German DB 60 somethings, so they cool down relatively quickly, but yeah. So part of the reason why I showed this gameplay is because it highlights a bunch of the perks, I guess you could say, of the Italian props, while also demonstrating some of their shortcomings. One of the nice things is the roll rate. It's not a Focke-Wulf, but it's also got more elevator authority than the Focke-Wulf, so you can more effectively, in my opinion, defensive fly. You're going to see some of that here, but this isn't the best example of that. The previous examples I had were of in the same aircraft, but I had to use the Gaijin replay function, which sucks. So, we got an American 109F that's going to dive on us, which is kind of scary, but not really. I think this guy only has the 15mm MG151, which does not have the Meinegschuss, which is the devastating shell. He's diving. I'm going to turn into him to make his approach a little bit more difficult. Keep turning, pitch up and over, try to get a reversal, but unfortunately this guy was kind of smart and knew to extend away, rather than engage in a turn fight. Send some 20mm shells his way. Didn't expect anything, didn't get anything. That's just kind of how it goes. But fortunately, I have some allies in the shape of a BF-109G and a Yak-3, who are really going to come in and save my butt. So, hats off to you guys. This team was pretty good, I have to say. I've been, I think everybody else has been, grinding out the Operation Winter event, and man, oh man, some of the teams I've gotten are just dreadful. I'm going to make another video on, I think it's also the G.55, but it's going to be a less than stellar match that kind of showcases what happens when you don't climb. See, okay, no. It showcases what happens when you don't climb and you don't win the altitude battle. Because climbing is only half the battle. You have to win at altitude before you can dive down. I'll explain more of what I mean, but I think, based on that, you guys are smart enough to figure it out yourself. Anyway, at this point there are only 2 enemy aircraft left, a B-17 and an F-6F5. The F-6F5 is just killing ground targets, which, well, you know, Americans do what Americans do, I guess, right? P-47, best ground pounder, don't at me. So we're going to head over there, and again, highlighting the issues of Italian aircraft in general. You can see how slow we're going. We have to throttle back to 91% because of the engine overheating. I mean, it doesn't help that Malta's a pretty hot map, yes. Gaijin models, temperature and atmospheric stuff as well. I think it's amazing, but it's also annoying, especially on Sicily, Tunisia, and Malta. But, yeah, you can just see the Yak-3 is just booking it. And he's only at he's at 5.0. We're at 4.7. We're roughly the same VR. This is embarrassing. Not really. It's a Yak, so they're tremendously fast at low altitudes. But anyway, he's going to engage him. He's going to kind of, I don't really know. I would have expected him to be able to relatively easily handle an F-6F5, but for whatever reason he doesn't. Calls for cover. I'm on my way, 3 kilometers out. We're pretty close, but those are cargo ships, and they're shooting at me. Cargo ships are scary, mainly because AA is so ridiculously powerful in this game. It's dumb. Gaijin, you gotta fix that. Like, honestly. F6F5 pushes ahead on with me. I don't want to take it, so I initiate a right-hand turn, and, yeah, don't dogfight Italian props. You're gonna lose unless you're in a Zero or a Spitfire, or if you have a tremendous energy advantage in a P-51. So, yeah, just don't. I was a little frustrated by the fact that AA clipped me, I think, 3, maybe 4 times. Hit my oil, hit my water. We are hurting, so took it out on the landing craft. There's the 4th time. No, 3rd time. I don't know. Who cares? But, like, come on, man. Really? The second I kill the aircraft is when I get hit? Okay, that seems legit. No. Anywho, we're gonna head back to base. I think the Yak-3 just crashed, sadly. And yeah, you can see I'm kind of at my rope's end with AAA in the game. So yeah, base AA I can understand being strong, but it gets abused, so there's that. But cargo ship AA? Okay, actually, there have been 3 times in the RE 2005 where I've been killed by AA or AI. Just randomly, out of the blue. It's like one 150 caliber bullet from a PBJ, not the sandwich, the airplane, hits me, and I die instantly. And it's like, excuse me? No. Piss off, Gaijin. Come on. Like, I'm not saying that the AI should be defenseless, but should they be one-shotting you without any warning? No. Players, I can understand doing that because, you know, stealth belts, 50 cals, etc. But AI, if my gunners can't hit the broadside of a barn from 500 meters, the AI shouldn't be able to either. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, at this point, the last player on the enemy team is a B-17 who is returning to base. One mistake I made was activating that order. I knew he was going to base. I knew he was landing, whatever, but I activated it anyway. So, rip. But we're going to head back to base. The 109 is going to try to hit him on the runway. It's not going to work. He ends up bailing out. The B-17 ends up bailing out, so good on you, sir. I appreciate that. We end up winning the match, but, you know, I, of course, have to take this thing back to the airfield to show off my landing skills with a dying engine and damaged fuselage. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, so to sum things up, really, I mean, if you don't have the G.55, I'd get it immediately. It's a very, very good airplane. It sits at 4.7. You've got 3 20mm MG151 ammo, 3 20mm MG151 cannons, and 2 12.7mm Breda guns. You've got tremendous maneuverability, tremendous stall characteristics, tremendous climb, although not quite as good as other things at your tier, so be aware of that. I would still recommend side climbing in this thing. Get to an altitude of 5,000 meters, or if you feel that you have an advantage tactically, God, that sounds cringy, you can climb to maybe 4,000. But anyway, that's going to end it for me. I hope you all had a very, very happy holidays, depending on which ones you celebrate. Hope you have a happy new year, and yeah, I'll be making more videos. So until then, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.